Hey, hey, everybody. Happy Sunday, everyone. Woo-woo. Hold on, don't leave me. Go to the... It's sticking. So when I put my finger up, can y'all know to change it to the next screen for me? Okay, thank you. Never mind the hiccup. How everybody doing this morning? Woo! We alive and feeling well and wearing our bright colors with our pearly whites. I like it. I like it. All right, here we go. Don't go changing to try and please me. You never let me down before. And imagine you're too familiar and I don't see you anymore. I don't want New Year's trying to fashion. We never could have come this far. No, no, I just want someone that I can turn to. I love you just the way you are. Don't go trying some new fashion. Don't change the color of your hair. No, no, you'll always have my unspoken passion. Although I might not seem to care, I don't want clever conversation. I never want to work that hard. I just want someone that I can talk to. I love you just the way you are. I need to know that you will all that same old someone that I knew. What will it take till you believe in me the way that I believe in you? I said I love you, that's forever. This I promise from my heart. I could love anyone, no one better. I love you just the way you are. Instrumental. Come on, y'all. Y'all give it up for the band. Is they rocking it? Come on. Come on, Frank. Go, go. I don't want clever conversation. No, no. This I promise from my heart. I just want someone that I can talk to. I want you just the way you are. Yeah, yeah, just the way you are. conversation. This I promise from my heart. I just want someone that I can talk to. I'll take you just the way you are.
Good morning, Unity of Omaha. I'm Sonia, your board member service this morning. Board member in service. Hi, everybody. Good to see all your smiling faces this Sunday morning. So we are going to do something a little different. We're going to do a get to know the board. So every month or so, we're going to showcase a board member or someone in our community. We will have info and fun facts on the slides in the cafe about that person. So this month it's Rebecca Cervantes. Rebecca! Yes. Rebecca has been coming to Unity since 2023. Her and her husband of 12 years have two amazing daughters, Shelby, who is 27, and Kate, who is 26. They have a miniature pinscher pup named Sasha. Fun fact about Rebecca is she took her Bronco off-roading and rock crawling in the Sandia Mountains in New Mexico. She said it was very scary and exhilarating at the same time. Rebecca said Unity immediately became a safe space for me, where I felt welcomed and supported by a community. Religion is no longer a space where I feel silenced. I love Unity because I have been empowered to challenge my beliefs, grow in faith, and become the woman I am here to be. And that's Rebecca's story. So on with our announcements. So Vernice Reyes, Unity will be having a weekend of sound bowls and meditation with guest Vernice Reyes, May 2nd and 3rd. Saturday, May 2nd, she will be doing a very special sound bath meditation, 1 to 2:30, and tickets are $30 and available at the QR code or link. If you need help with tickets, please see Valerie, and she'll be happy to help you with that. And then Sunday, May 3rd, she will be our guest doing a special sound bowls during our service. Then at noon on Sunday, the 3rd, she will be doing a sound bowl workshop for love with a love offering. If you have sound bowls, please bring them. Okay, the bookstore. Don't forget to visit the bookstore. There's new things all the time that are arriving. There you can purchase the most recent daily word, daily readings from Unity. Great place to pick up gifts too, somebody's birthday or an occasion. Mystic Fest. Mark your calendars. I was wondering why I couldn't see very well. Okay, well, that's better, huh? Mystic Fest, mark your calendars. Mystic Fest will be Saturday, May 25th and Sunday, May 26th. We will be looking for volunteers to help us at our booth to spread the word. Come and share why you love it here at Unity. No more? Is that the last one? Okay. Volunteer, so Omaha for Us, Brenda and Valerie are volunteering Friday, May 8th at Omaha for Us. If you are interested, please talk with one of them and they can also help you sign up. And there we go. Food pantry. Brenda, would you like to come up to talk a little bit about the food pantry? Thank you.
Let me have this. Thank you. All right. So we know that the food pantry is very important. Looks like, hi. We have a very passionate Unity member.
As we speak. See if I can get up here. I think he just turned off right when I got up here. I'm not sure. Oh, I'll hold his head up. Poor thing. He's tired already. Well,
Why don't you come over here a little bit? So
Okay.
everyone can.
Well,
I'll hold his head.
you hold his
How
head
about
up for
that?
me because I think he undid himself right as I was coming up the aisle.
Aw.
But you know what? It was so hard. We just came up 90th Street. Oh, I'm so tired. But I wanted to get here in time to give you some food for this food pantry you guys have here. Schnitzel here, Schnitzel, the one that isn't cooperating today. You know how dogs are. Schnitzel is what I'm calling her. She's built for short bursts of speed, not long distances. Get it? Yeah. Anyway, we wanted to get here in time to contribute to the food pantry, so I'm going to give you this here.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
You're
Thank you.
certainly on point in the giving.
I try. Exactly. You know what? Okay, so Unity of Omaha loves to contribute to our food pantry, and Schnitzel here wanted to be a part of that too. And I just brought this message from this wonderful creature here. She also wanted me to give you some jokes to tell, because she's heard that you guys really love jokes. Am I right? Am I right? Okay, so here, you take these jokes here. Hold that up there.
I did not put this on the front because all my jokes are funny. You guys know that. All right, so I guess we're going to do jokes. So, what's a dog's favorite mode of transportation? A wagon. All right. Why are there no losers in a dachshund? How do you say that?
Dachshund.
Dachshund race. Because they're all wieners. All right. What do you call a wild dog that meditates? A werewolf.
So, you know what, Reverend Brenda, Schnitzel and I are not here just to bring you jokes. We were also thinking.
Did you have a spiritual breakthrough?
Well, you could say that. See, we know this church has the biggest heart for our food pantry. We see the pasta, the canned peas, the slightly concerning amount of creamed corn. Seriously, guys? But for our food pantry, it's really amazing. You literally are feeding our neighbors.
The need is great, and Unity of Omaha has been very generous with their donations.
But Schnitzel here, the tired Schnitzel, had a realization. She was looking at the pantry donations, and then she was just looking at herself. And then she gave me that look. You know the one that says, hey, human, are you missing a fundamental furry truth?
Fair point. That's a fair point.
Think about it. There are families that are struggling, and who else is in that same house? The pets, the beloved cats, the loyal dogs, the slightly confused hamsters. They're family too.
Yes, they are.
Exactly. We can't just fill the human bellies and leave the bowls empty. So this is Schnitzel's and my appeal. Next time you're in the grocery store in the canned goods aisle, we need you to think. Two-legged or four-legged? When you buy that bag of apples, toss in a can of Fancy Feast, or the slightly less Fancy Feast. The pantry isn't picky. If you're grabbing kibble for your own furry family member, grab a small bag for someone else.
And the pantry, it's true, needs food for pets. So bring simple things. These simple things bring a lot of compassion and also less stress for the families that have these pets.
Yes, exactly. Let's think of those spiritual benefits, folks. Imagine the prayers from those pets. Bless the humans who brought the chicken dinner flavor. May the carpets always remain surprisingly clean.
So let's widen our circle of compassion.
You heard Reverend Brenda. Fill the wagon. Bring the tuna. Bring the treats. Don't make Schnitzel come and personally remind you, because she gets depressed like this. I was going to say I might tip over, but in this situation, I don't think I'm going to tip over. It won't be pretty for anyone. Schnitzel says we got to go now, or rather, she's got to go. We just got new carpet in here after all. Thank you, Reverend Brenda.
Thank you, Sherry. Thanks for the message. And we will have this outside of the doors after service. So don't forget to donate. All right. And I need a clicker. I got so excited about the skit that I forgot the clicker. And now it is time for our prayer and meditation. So, if everyone would, first of all, those of you at home, we see you. We know you're here. Thank you for being with us. Everyone here, if you would, go ahead and just relax inside your chairs. Feel your body. Feel your feet against the ground. And let's go ahead and do a prayer and meditation. And you can close your eyes or lower your gaze, whatever is easiest for you. And so as we go into this time of meditation, of prayer, we relax every part of our body. Our shoulders come down. Our hands relax. Our legs, the weight of our legs are comfortable against the chair or our couch or wherever we are seated. We can feel Mother Earth underneath our feet, feel that connection. And as we focus on our breathing, we feel our lungs fill up with air and release. Filling up and release. Filling up and release. We know how important it is to connect with the divinity inside us, around us, through us, in us. And this time is a perfect time to connect, to feel that relationship that we may have. And if we don't, this is the perfect way to start. We hear all the noises around us. We feel our body. Our minds might be focused or they might be scattered. Each way is okay. For there is no perfect way to meditate. And when we let go of that expectation of ourselves, we are free. Let us be free right now, like a bird flying high in the sky, floating with the wind. As we see that bird dip and dive, soar, flap its wings, being totally free in this world. So in the silence right now, let us take a moment to be as free as that bird. Freedom has different meanings for different people. But when you truly connect with the divinity inside of you, you always have this peace, this sense of wonder and awe and freedom. We connect so that way we have a relationship with our divine within us, allowing ourselves to always be, to remind ourselves that we are connected with the One. We are all part of that One. This appreciation for the oneness, for the peace, and for the freedom. It lives deep in our hearts and in our minds and in our bodies. And so as you slowly come back to this moment, come back in whatever way feels right for you. And when you open your eyes, open your eyes to that divinity, to that freedom, to the One. And so it is. Amen.
Good morning, Unity of Omaha. Hi, I'm Michi Bombach. I am your prayer chaplain for the day and here to offer you the words of inspiration. I'm going to read from today's daily word, which is blessed. I am blessed with peace, calm, and the love of God. Today, if someone asks me how I am, I will smile and respond, I am blessed. This simple declaration will set the tone for the day, encouraging me to notice blessings, large and small, especially the little things that I may take for granted. I will also be mindful that God is the source of all my blessings. I find my greatest blessing is in grounding myself in God's grace. It brings me peace, calms my fears, and is a bright guiding light in the dark and difficult times. In the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus describes the blessings of life, reminding those gathered that the truest wealth is not measured by money and power. I take those words to heart and feel deeply grateful. I am spiritually blessed, enriched by God's unwavering love. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. Matthew 5:8. Thank you.
All right. So welcome, everybody. I am Reverend Brenda Peters. If this is your first time, can you just go ahead and, yes. Yay, thank you. Thanks for being here. Okay. And I have been asked by Barbara, who I will introduce in just a minute, if everybody can come up and just get closer. She likes to have a close audience. So if you would be so generous, that would be great. So Barbara today is with us, and I'm so excited. She was a hospice nurse. She started in 1985. So she has a lot of knowledge about end of life and is considered an end of life expert. And I thought it was important because many of us might have a loved one going through this, or you have had someone and you maybe quite don't understand what happened during that time. All depends on your experience. But today we're going to be able to ask Barbara questions. So please feel free to raise your hand if you have a question, and Sherry will come around with this microphone. And she will answer, and Barbara will answer any question that you have. So Barbara, could you come up and join us, please? Do you want to say a few things?
I just want to look at everyone and thank you for coming. I am so moved by this is what religion is about. This is community. This is what God is about.
And I forgot to add that Barbara used to live here in Omaha, and she used to go to Unity. Yeah. So she's part of ours. So I'm just going to start us off. Let's see. What tends to matter most to people in their final days or weeks?
I'm a nervous speaker, so as long as my knees will hold out, I'll pace. Just know that. When someone's been told that they can't be fixed, I think the first thing that comes to them is the doctors are wrong. You know, I'm not going to die. You're going to fix me. When that realization comes that you're not going to be fixed, then I think fear kicks in because we haven't done this before, or at least that we remember. And so then we're afraid. And that fear often overshadows the opportunity that has been given. You know, we're all going to die, guarantee it. We're either going to die gradually or fast. A gradual death from disease or just old age is the gift and the opportunity of time to do and say that what you want to do and say before your life ends. So a gradual death is a gift that most of us don't even think it's a gift. You know, we're so caught up in I'm going to get fixed, and we're caught up in the fear of what's going to happen. And I know it's hard for you to hear me say it's a gift, but it is. And if you use this gift wisely, you can have all the loose ends of your life, and we all have them. It's the opportunity to put our affairs in order, whether they're physical affairs with advanced directives and durable medical powers of attorney, those physical things, but the emotional baggage that we carry, and to put our spiritual house in order also. It's kind of a long answer to
No,
your...
it's perfect. I'm going to stop. Does anyone have a question that popped up out of that?
Yes. Oh, good. People are so afraid to ask questions, and that's, I love the questions. That's what we're here for.
The red light. If the red light's...
It's on,
Okay.
but let's
Try again.
So first of all, what does acceptance look like in a person who has been diagnosed as terminal? And so my dad died gradually. My mom was sudden, and I have frequently been asked which is harder to accept.
Except in grief. In grieving.
In grief, yes. Like with my dad, being that it was gradual, we had the opportunity to, as you say, say what needs to be said and whatnot, whereas my mom didn't know she was sick. She didn't even know, and was just found. And it was, obviously then very sudden. So do you see any benefit to either way?
Okay. Fast death is easier on the person that dies. They're alive 1 minute and dead the next. Gradual death is harder on us, the grievers, because we have a lot of, I wish I had, I should have, I didn't use my time with them. Gradual death is the opportunity to put your house in order. And when we don't do that, then our survivors have a more complicated time, because we carry this weight on our shoulders, on our being of, I wish I had, why didn't? So to answer your question, I think gradual death is the opportunity. Fast death, the grief, I think, might be harder in fast death because we don't have the opportunity.
Okay. Anyone else?
Oh, please don't be afraid to talk to me. That's what I'm here for. And how this goes is really dependent upon you asking me questions. Yes. Oh, good, good.
Okay. You can hear me?
Kind of.
Do a little bit more.
Okay, better. This is what I've been grappling with for some time. Through my life, I've accepted death as a part of life and understand that. Grandparents, and even when my father died, and, a neighbor friend died suddenly. It's hard, yes. But after my mother died,
I have had a hard time now accepting death as part of life. Is that common? Or is it just a process one goes through? Can you talk about the grief or the attitude towards death and aging? And maybe that's just because I'm aging too.
I think before we really recognize that we're aging, looking at death and is other people die. I'm not going to. You know, we're in this denial society, and it's all intellectual. You know, we're thinking about death and dying, but deep inside, it's not about me. I'm not going to die, and neither is anyone close to me. It isn't until someone significant in your life, not your neighbor, not the guy down the street, friends even, it's when someone significantly close to you in your life dies that it's, oh my goodness. That's when the reality that death is going to come to all of us sinks in and hits us. It's when someone significantly dies. So there's no right or wrong to our grieving. There's the intensity doesn't depend upon the relationship. You know, my best friend could die and I would grieve more for that, not that I would, but could grieve more for that best friend than I grieved for my stepfather that raised me and that I didn't really even like. You know, so it depends upon the relationship and the intensity of that relationship, not the category that that person falls into. Does that make sense? Okay.
I just wanted to be able to thank you in person for your expertise and your books. As I mentioned, my brother had Lewy body dementia, and yes, tomorrow will be 11 years since he passed. But all your books are on my Kindle. I pulled them up on my phone. I have them on my tablet, so I highly recommend anyone that's going through the slow, long dying process to have that information available, and I appreciate you. And also, when my brother was on hospice for 9 months. My aunt, Jerry, who was 94 and 95, she was on hospice for quite a while and bedridden, couldn't get out of bed at all. And I had all your books there for her kids to read. So, anyway, I'm giving you a plug for how great your books are.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hi. I have had people pass away without me being there. I had a mother who died slowly and lived out of the country, so I wasn't there. I mean, my sister who lives there tried to keep us up with videos. I was able to visit in 2012, but she was slowly dementia, Alzheimer's. She didn't know when I visited her. She remembered me, but not my children or grandchildren. So just, also my father died when I was young. He had heart attacks or whatever, but it was sudden. I was almost 19. My twin sisters were 17. My older sister was not yet. I was 20. And then my grandmother, who lived with us for a while, she passed away. I hear a scream from my mother. And my father dying, I never got to see him. That day, the last time I saw him, he was sleeping on the couch. And he got up early in the morning to work. And so it's just like, I've never been around to be there. And my older sister passed away a few years ago. She had a stroke. She would have been 69. And she was always very quiet with her bills or whatever. And I got to go to Chicago and see, but I had a nephew who passed away, her son, her first son. And I would have liked to be there to comfort and whatever. And so now, without being there so much, it's just like I keep thinking about them. And
what I want you to do, and because there's so many deaths that you've experienced and that you're carrying that with you, I want you to write all of these people a letter. I want you to sit down with not computer, but with pen and pencil and write. I would do individually, even though there's many, but I would write to Mom and say what you wish you had said or done, or the thoughts that you're carrying with you. Put that in a letter, and you're going to have a lot of letters to write, so you're going to be busy. And when you've written that letter, I want you to go outside and burn it, and take those ashes and scatter the ashes to the wind. And let go of all this that you're carrying, and let how well you live your life now be the gift that you give them. Okay, thank you for sharing. Oh, I thought of something while you were talking, dementia. More and more, dementia is almost in every home on some level. Dementia doesn't play by the rules, and people with dementia don't necessarily give the signs of approaching death. That if you tell me what someone has and their history, and I can pretty well tell if they've entered the dying process and roughly how much time they have. Dementia, can't tell. Person can be sleeping all the time. They can be withdrawn from the world all the time. It isn't until food becomes an issue with someone that has dementia that you can tell they've entered the dying process. If you don't eat, you don't live. And eventually, with dementia, that will be your signal that death is on the close horizon. Okay. While that popped into my head, I thought I would share it.
Hi. Hi.
Where?
Oh, there.
Okay.
Hello. So I've learned that grief is a spiritual practice, and that there's grief skills, at least that I had to develop to kind of work through grief. But the area I'm struggling with is, I call them the side swipes. It's the out of nowhere something triggers it, a smell. For me, it's ambulance sirens. Ambulance sirens are a big trigger. But I know those. I know that one. But it's the ones I don't know. Like this week, I was mowing the lawn, and then suddenly I'm crying. You know? Do you have some advice or some thoughts about the grief skills that we can use when it's just suddenly it's there and it catches us by surprise?
And that will always be there, forever. Excuse me. I think when those moments happen, you stop a minute and say, "Hi, Dad. Good to hear from you. I love you," or think you were a horrible father. Whatever comes into your head, hi. Acknowledge that you're having the thoughts and then move on. Okay? And at first, grief is a whole nother workshop. But Jackie's coming with. Yes, thank you. Oh, okay. Grief. Elizabeth Kubler-Ross talks about the 5 stages of grief, which apply to all of life, these 5 stages. See if I can remember them. Anger, bargaining, depression, denial, acceptance. I don't think we ever accept anything negative that happens to us. I don't think we ever accept it. So I disagree with her on that. I think the best we can do with acceptance is understanding. Understand that it happened. Doesn't mean that you accept it and it's okay. Because there are times, it'll never be okay for my mother to die. But I understand, okay? The others come and go. It isn't like you have anger and then you have denial. There's no order to it, and it comes and goes. And you can be in the grocery store and look at something and go, oh my gosh, Mom ate oatmeal every day, and I miss her. Or you can be doing something and remember Mom and think she made me so angry when she did that. And then we feel guilty that we've had this negative thought because someone we love is gone and now I'm thinking bad thoughts. This is normal, and it will continue for the rest of your life. It's just that early on from the death, it's more present. And gradually over time, we kind of relax into our grief and we figure out how to live with it. Okay? But there's no magic numbers on how soon it doesn't hurt all the time. But it will, your grief will find its place in your life. And let how well you live your life be the gift you give, not how many tears you cry.
So you touched on it briefly. When my grandmother passed away on my dad's side, I didn't cry, I wasn't upset, but yet a professor of mine passed away a year ago. And it was like the second to worst I had gone through. I know you touched on it, but why, besides relationship, because I kind of feel like I was close to my grandma, would it be different? And is it something that someday out of nowhere it's going to hit me?
Good question. I have to think about that one. I would say that at that time, the professor was more prevalent in your life, so it left a bigger hole where your grandfather was over here, and yes, you loved him and you miss him, but the professor left the hole. Okay?
Hi, I'm Linda.
Oh, there you are.
Thank you, Barbara, for being here. During the dying process, when you're with someone during the dying process, have you ever seen like a cloud around them or some type of something leaving the body? Have you ever experienced that?
I have not seen someone leave their body. With my belief system, I guess I'm safe here, aren't I? I'm in a safe
You are
place.
safe here, yes.
With my belief system, I believe there's a driver to the car, and that driver can get out of the car, and that our loved ones who have gone before us come to help us get out of our body and out of this world. There's a welcoming committee that are there at the bedside. That welcoming committee is non-physical, and those physical people that are there are so wrapped up in their grieving and their grief that they don't feel this gathering that's there. What you'll see, and everyone will see, is often this, and they'll be focused, and they'll talk to someone over here. They'll call names. All of that has convinced me that our loved ones are there to help us. I'm really careful with those words because they may not fit into other people's belief system. And I'm not there to change belief systems. I'm there to support people where they are and what their belief is. Thank you for asking that.
Okay, we have time for one more question.
Hello. I guess I didn't have a question. It's more something that I wanted to share that I thought might help comfort some people here. A fact that I learned several months back is that by the time you turn 18, you've spent 90% of the time that you would have spent with your parents. And so I think that could be a comfort for people who have lost their parents early, like the lady who spoke a little bit ago, lost her mom when she was around 20. Just that you've already spent about 90% of the time that you would have spent with your parents by the time you're 18.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, you have a question? Okay.
Thank you for being here. This is a conversation that needs to be had, and I noticed today that this is the most questions I've ever seen anybody get without having to pull them out. And there's so many humans, souls in here that are crying, that are processing their grief right now, that it made me acutely aware that every day we're all dying, right? And there are people that have been carrying this grief for decades, and you gave a really great option for how we could release that at home. But in the day-to-day, how can we normalize these conversations more with the people around us? You know, to let them know we are a safe space to have these conversations. You can talk about someone who transitioned 50 years ago if you want to, so that you're not still carrying it until you arrive at that door.
And that's a thin line, because it's going to depend upon the relationship that you have with the person. Because you could go up to someone who you really don't know that well and go, Brenda, you can talk to me about anything. And I know that you're grieving, and we can talk about it. And immediately Brenda's going to shut down, and she's going to say, I'm fine. So it depends upon the relationship you have with the person as to whether you can bring up the subject of their grieving. And it's a thin line, because more than likely you will offend them by showing them their weakness. And they're going to, it's not a weakness, but they're going to take it as a weakness. So you need to know who you're saying, I would love to be your support person. And we all want that and need that support person. And my guess is that you all here would be support people for each other. But someone in a club that I don't know, book club that you belong to, they wouldn't probably be as receptive. So sometimes if we show our own vulnerability in relationship to a situation, you can open the door by saying, if someone's talking about grief, you know, when my grandma died, this and this and this, you've opened the door, which then a person may come through and share with you. Yes. Yes, this is my daughter.
I have two thoughts on that.
I'll hold it closer.
Because I work with Barbara, I'll often be in a group of people and people will be saying, what do you do? What do you do? And when I say, I work in end of life, people will share their stories. Sometimes just creating the space, not in a direct way, like, Brenda, what's your grief? But just saying something about end of life can open the door for people to start to talk if they have something that they want to share. And often people will start going around and tears come. And also, Barbara has a saying, people don't die like they do in the movies. Mm-hmm. And we have a t-shirt that says that we sell on the website. And when we wear our t-shirts out, people stop us. Or the barista at Starbucks will say, oh, my grandfather just died. And it's remarkable how many people we've listened to, how many stories we've heard, tears coming just from wearing the t-shirts out in public. So they are a great conversation starter. Just mentioning end of life. I've also talked with a few hospice nurses who say when they're wearing their uniforms at the grocery store or out in public, people will stop them and share their stories, because you're right, people have a lot they need to talk about and share. Thank you.
All right. Well,
can I say one thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Advance directives. Durable medical power of attorney. I don't care how old you are, you need one. From the time you turn 18, you're considered an adult. And if you don't have, you're in a car accident or whatever, and something happens to you and you're in a life-threatening situation, if you don't have an advance directive and a durable medical power of attorney that gives someone the legal ability and responsibility to speak for you when you can't, then your wishes, which you're not going to be able to give, are not going to be addressed. And you will die according to the medical model, which treats the disease a person has until their last breath. And you don't necessarily want that if your last breath is going to come no matter what's done. So think about an advance directive. We all, every one of us need both of those things now. Thank you.
All right. Let's all give Barbara a round of applause. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so much. It's been so wonderful to, like you said, normalize these kind of conversations. And I'm so glad that everybody showed up. Thank you for everyone showing up. I know it's not easy, but this is what we do at Unity of Omaha. We do different things to learn how to make difficult situations like this okay. Like just to have our feelings and to gather knowledge of how we can be okay with grief, but also how we can be okay with end of life. So again, thank you, Barbara.
Thank you for inviting me.
Okay, so if you have been spiritually supported by Unity of Omaha, please consider supporting us. You can text your amount to 402-543-5339 or go to our website, unityomaha.org, or through the mail. And also, for those of you here in the sanctuary, we have a little bit of different setup. We have both sides, so feel free to go to either side. And even if you don't have a donation, please can come up and get yourself a little affirmation. Mine's really tiny because this is the universe's message for you today. And it says, I am joyous today. Yay, and so it is. So let's all say the prosperity affirmation together. I welcome change as a path to growth and transformation. Things are unfolding for my highest good. I also want to say that Barbara and her daughter will be outside of the sanctuary. There's a table they have set up. They have lots of information for you. And then also we will be selling her books at the bookstore. So please make sure that you visit with Barbara after service here. All right.
Is this working? Is this thing on? Oh, it's not working. I don't know. Good morning. Barbara, thank you. That was so gorgeous. What a wonderful talk. How cool. I loved it. But today, we're going to live. All right? We're going to rock. The wind is blowing cold. Have we lost our way tonight? Have we lost our hope to sorrow? Feels like we're all alone, running further from what's right, and there's no more heroes to follow. So what are we becoming? And where do we go wrong? Yeah, oh yeah, I want to rise today and change this world. Yeah, oh yeah, I want to rise today and change this world.
tell that was one of my requests. So thank you all for, going with it. All right, so let's all help me bless the time and talent and ties that we've had here today, knowing that this energy, this love, being able to be vulnerable and open is coming in to Unity of Omaha and also goes out to Unity Worldwide Headquarters, to Silent Unity, but most importantly, the Omaha community. And we know this is true, and so it is. Amen. All right. Today, there's two things. Today is public display of grief, and there is a big event being held starting right now at Elmwood Park. So if all of this kind of moved you, they will be having food and fun and lots of also information about grief. So please go ahead and join them if you'd like. But also after here, if you want to be held in prayer, today's prayer chaplain, Michi, will be in the Peace Chapel after service. And again, please make sure that you stop and say hi to Barbara. All right, let's all say the prayer for protection together. Because we all say it together, right, Deb? Right. All right. So here we go. The light of God. I am that light. The love of God enfolds me. I am that love. The love of God protects me. I am that power. The presence of God watches over me. I am that presence. Wherever I am, God is, and all is. All right, let's go forth and live and grieve and feel and love. Sorry.
When I wake up in the morning, love, the sunlight hurts my eyes. Then something without warning, love, weighs heavy on my mind. Then I look at you, and the world is all right with me. Just one look at you, oh, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. Where you at? Hey! One more time. A lovely day. Yeah, yeah. Come on, Frank. Can someone give me the lyrics? Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. Now, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. I said lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. Now, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. When the day that lies ahead of me seems impossible to face, want someone else instead of me. Always seems to know the way. Then I look at y'all, and the world is alright with me, yeah. I just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be, hey, hey, a lovely day. Yeah, a lovely lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. I said lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. I said lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. I said lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, a lovely day. Yeah, 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 yeah.